there, homeschool friends. It's Carrie with Anyday Blessings, and on this channel, it's all things homeschool. I share curriculum flip-throughs, reviews, how we use it, how we schedule it, how we organize it, all things homeschool, including some day in the life, do a lesson with us type videos. If that interests you, I would love for you to go ahead and hit the like button and consider subscribing to this channel. Today I have just a 2-minute tip for you. It's not going to be long. I have been receiving tons of questions, and I wasn't even planning to do this video, but I've been getting so many questions about where do I find all these extra books, these hidden gems at Masterbooks, because I'm building unit studies and a home library and that sort of thing, in addition to purchasing consumable curriculum from them. So how do I do it? How do I find all these things? So I'm going to tell you after I give you my 3 uses for my home library. So I'm going to do that first because I want you to make sure that you fit into one of these reasons, that one of these kind of meets one of your goals, so that you're not just buying random books and not having a rhyme or reason to it, that you have a purpose for the books that you're selecting. So first off, the first use that I have for a homeschool library is to kind of break up the rut that sometimes you can get into in homeschool. We're heading into our 7th year of homeschooling. I can hardly believe I'm saying that, but no, yes, 7 years. And it's just wild to me that almost like clockwork, in October and sometime in like February or March, we hit this just rut. We have great resources, we love what we're using, but we just kind of get in this little bit of a, spell where nobody wants to do lessons, or mommy's not motivated, or everyone's just feeling blah. And so I get these extra books just as a way to kind of break up that rut, to get us out of that rut and bring in new materials that my children haven't seen, or maybe haven't seen in a long time, and we can use them to continue studying the things that we're already studying, but just do it with different resources and perhaps even different media, because I pick up DVDs and coloring books and activity books and books that have like more almanac style or encyclopedia style presentations. So these are things that I can pull off the shelf and kind of help me break that rut. Also, I use these books sometimes to occupy my little one, because they are bright books that are very colorful and they're on topic, that matches what we're studying in the curriculum that we've chosen. So it's not like she's totally separate from what we're doing. So I will pull out a couple of these, let her find something that's interesting, and then when me and Big Brother are done with the lesson, we'll come and say, now what did you find? And it's tied into the topic that we're learning. So she feels involved, and my son is able to then share with her, maybe, explain to her something that she found. So it's just kind of neat in that way too. I can also use them if there's something that my kids really like learning about, and we can go to the library and just dig deeper. So that's use number 1, to kind of complement what we're already doing. Use number 2 is to provide some independent reading books that I trust. I trust the content of Master Books to not be contradictory to God's Word, but to uphold it. And so I love having books from them on the shelf that my kids can go and use either towards reading for their reading log for school, or just pleasure reading when we're not in school. The number 3 use that I have for my home library is for family discussions and devotion time. So these are books that we can pull off when my kids have questions down the road about things. One example that comes to mind is Life Before Birth. Certainly going to have lots of opportunity to discuss with my kids things that they hear and see in our culture that don't support God's Word and His view of life and when it begins and who's the author of it. So I'm looking forward to having discussions and pulling those books off to use as illustrations and object lessons in our family devotion time. My husband likes having pictures to show the kids. He thinks that really helps them. So having these extra kind of library books on the shelf really is a blessing in that regard as well. So those 3 reasons: complementing curriculum, independent reading choices, and family devotion and discussion time. So those are the uses I have for it. Now, how do I build it? This is one tip that I hope you take away and find helpful, because I think this is at the heart of what everyone's been asking me. Masterbooks puts out a catalog every year. And in that catalog, they list a bunch of curriculum choices that are grouped together by course, and has consumable books with it and has some non-consumable books with it. And then at the back of the catalog, there are all these additional resources that you can pick out as well, other books for this very purpose of building a library. But you guys, that's not all. Those aren't all the books that you can get from Master Books. Master Books is part of a bigger company. They're one branch of a big tree, if you will, of publishers. And this is, the main group is called the New Leaf Publishing Group, and there are other smaller divisions, I think is what they're called, under New Leaf Publishers. But when you go to the masterbooks.com website, you can actually, if you know what the book is titled or what the topic is, you can search for any book in that New Leaf Publishing family. And so if you just type in dinosaurs, you're going to get 42 different selections of DVDs, activity books, library style books, and curriculum options. If you go to the catalog, you're going to see about a dozen in the Master Books catalog. Now, that's not to say that the ones that are listed there aren't good, or you should go and look for other ones. The ones that Master Books has put in the catalog are their bestsellers, are the ones that families have enjoyed and shared about the most. But there are more. And for example, when I went to the catalog and looked at the dinosaur selection, I didn't see I Dig Dinosaurs by Buddy Davis. It's a DVD. I didn't see Dinosaurs, Genesis and the Gospels, another DVD. There was the Dry Bones book that my kids really loved. That was not in the catalog. I found it on the website. So I encourage you, step one in building a library for Master Books is to start in the catalog and choose the courses and the topics that you're going to cover over the year, and get those down on paper or a mental list of the different topics that you're going to cover. Step two, go to the website and then search the different topics you're going to cover, dinosaurs, planets, stars, rocks, earth, weather, things like that, those kinds of topic words, and see what comes up. I found the planetarium video that Dr. Jason Lyle did. It's for sale on the Master Books website. Now, I don't believe, it probably is a New Leaf Publishing thing. I don't know. I don't know if Master Books is the branch that publishes it. That I don't know. That's kind of above my head a little bit. But I do know that it's available on the Master Books website. So this is what that means, ladies. You can use your Master Books rewards on those purchases. If it comes up on the Master Books website and you check out there, you can use your reward dollars towards it. So you can use your reward dollars to purchase your home library. And that's what's really important to me, because I have a very limited budget and I'm not able to just buy all the books I want. If I would, there'd be 33 more books in my hands right now, because that's how many I have on my wish list at Master Books right now. But I do have a budget, and so I have to stick to that. And so when I went and searched all these different topics and saw I could get all of these things from the Master Books website, I was thrilled, because I can now use my reward dollars to purchase those and start to build our home library. So I'm going to show you probably on Instagram and Facebook, because I really don't have a way to do that here on YouTube. But on Instagram and Facebook, I'm going to show you my current home library list, my current shopping list of what I plan to get from Master Books to build our home library. And hopefully that will give you a jumping off place so that you can start to do the same for your home. And hopefully you'll be able to find some extra hidden gems when you use these search techniques that you didn't even know about before. That's how I found the U.S. President's Scrapbook. When I sat down to search civics and government and presidents and elections, I just started searching terms related to U.S. civics, and that's how I found the Presidential Scrapbook that I purchased for this coming fall in our study of American civics. So I know that you can find things, hidden gems. I'd love to hear what things you find just by searching this way. And you can go ahead and share those in the comments below here, or you can do that on Instagram. Either way, but let's start sharing some of these hidden gems and help each other build a home library where we can just have lots of books to help break up those ruts that we get in, to help bring variety, to help us have good family discussions, and to give good, safe options for our kids to pull off the shelf and read in their independent reading time. One more tip I'll give you is to visit the app. The Masterbooks company has set up an app, and they're really encouraging homeschool moms to use that app. It's a safe environment to discuss things. Facebook isn't always such a good place anymore for that. And so they have created an app where you can discuss and ask questions, get inspiration for organizing things and all of that. So I would encourage you to head to the app, because I just put out a question: what other books could I use with this course? What other resources did you find worked well with this? And I always get suggestions there. So that's another way that you can do it. After you do the search, you can kind of do that just to make sure you don't miss anything that you might want to get in your order. So hope you found that helpful. If you do decide to use this method to build your homeschool library, I would love for you to use the referral link in the description below. It's not costing you anything extra to do that. It's just a way that you can let Masterbooks know that I sent you, and they will in turn give you a percentage back and me a percentage back for future Masterbooks purchases. So that will be in the description below. Let me know in the comments what books you pick up and what gems you have found as you search the Masterbook website. Take care, everyone. I'll see you in the next video.